I saw this artwork on Pinterest, and under all of it, I saw these artworks of other people copying it, and I felt really inspired. I went to YouTube and I saw that other creators also have did their own master studies of this artist. The artist is Bluesssatan. She is Russian and she is very skillful, not to say talented, because it takes years to develop probably this style and this mastery. But today we are going to do a master copy, or like a master study of this work. If you do not know what master study is, it's practice where you copy artwork of the artist that you really love in order to learn something, one part of the painting or the whole process. Now keep in mind, I will not be making money from this study or anything. I would be posting it to Instagram or my portfolio or anything. This is just for studying purposes. So I have always been starting from a sketch, and I noticed something. I noticed that I just do so much better when I just get right into painting. It's almost like if I did this on canvas, basically this would be alla prima technique, where you apply paint wet on wet. You do not wait for it to dry, and you most of the time don't do the preliminary sketch. You just get right into it, and you can see in my time lapse that I did some guidelines, but then I just erased it, didn't follow it. I just went right into painting. I found the reference of a photo that she used, and I was looking at that in the beginning stage, and then I looked more into the artwork itself to see the style and the brush strokes. My goal in this was to learn how did she apply these brush strokes, because I could see on her Instagram that she said I think day 6 of not using the smudge tool, and I was like, oh, because all of these artists that you are really inspired by, they don't really use airbrush so often and the smudge tool. You can see the clear brush strokes in like all of their paintings. So my goal wasn't to 100% copy this work as much as it was to learn from it, to learn her, not even her style as much as these brush strokes, and obviously also her style. But this artwork to me looks so much different from everything else that she normally does.
Me too. When I went on her page and seen her pictures, I said, "Oh, jump scare."
There was a time lapse on her Instagram, so I saved that and I could see kind of how she did it. I also bought her brush set, but I ended up using totally different brush for most of the things from another brush set. But I did use some of her brushes in this piece, and this study took me 2 hours and 39 minutes, and I have learned so much. Like, the most important thing for me was to just learn to not escape from this technique, because it's calling me way more than the line art. I really struggle with line art when I do that technique. You do the sketch, you do the line art, and you do the rendering, and you are kind of limited to this sketch. You think the finished piece is supposed to look like that, and that maybe works for some people, but for me, I kind of love to just get right into it and paint it. Like, you can see that I kind of painted the lips almost 90% before I even moved on to painting the eyes and the nose and stuff like that. So if you have any type of what is it called, ADHD, right? If your brain is just kind of going all over the place as an artist, this technique is for you, because you can just kind of render things without this line art staring at you, because now you see that you're also supposed to paint the eyes and the nose, and like you can just slowly get right into it and paint now the eyes, now the hair. Also, I just really didn't like the way that she painted the hair. Again, like, I didn't want to copy it 100%. I just wanted these brush strokes to like show on her face the way that they show in the original piece. I am honestly very happy with how it turned out, and I will show you also her time lapse of how she was doing it and how she did it. She did it differently, but I did not look at the time lapse enough. Like, I looked at it maybe 2 or 3 times, and I slowed down the video also in the editing app in order to see these little details, like how she does it and all of that. But she kind of didn't paint it like kind of the way that I did. She didn't get right into one area and just finish it. She kind of first painted the skin, I feel like, and then some, eyes and the lips and all of that, and then again refined the skin. I saw this piece a couple of years ago on the Pinterest, but I never thought that I could even get close to copying it and making it like this. But I saw it yesterday while I was like researching the jelly art style, because I'm making the jelly art style drama video documentary, and you should subscribe if you didn't already, because on my channel I post art documentaries and also some personal growth, so you and I can get inspired and learn art together. Master studies are just so important to do. Please never think differently, never think that that is wrong or something. Like, if you are profiting off of that work, if you are posting it to Instagram, if you are posting it in your portfolio, then it is wrong. And if I was to now just post the time lapse without crediting the artist, it would also be wrong. So basically this is just a study, and old masters were studying this way too. They became great by copying other artists. For example, Raphael was copying Michelangelo to learn better, and a lot of other artists in their workshops, in the workshops where they studied, they had these challenges where they had to copy masters' artwork, and people were always copying also to make reproductions, because back then printing was not an option yet. And yeah, that's kind of it. That's all that I have to tell you. Please, if you felt inspired by this video, like it, and if you feel uninspired to paint, go ahead and find some of your favorite artists or on Pinterest or somewhere. Take their most beautiful work, most beautiful to you, and try to recreate it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please like it and subscribe. See you in next one.